It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see DJ Moore. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bears and the Vikings on Monday Night Prime Time.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Entering play call screen.
Everyone took advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. Now it's time to focus on some football. Bears and Vikings underway on Monday night. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
He had the numbers of a game last week. That if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
First play, here's Cousins. Throw to the right, held in by Addison. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win into routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Cousins, meanwhile, has this complete to Madison. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Entering play call.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Cousins on first down. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Cousins now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Madison. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison.
Ball, special teams, you have 6 options. Return left leg selected.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their 3rd-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Triangle. On plan, there are 9 player. There are 9 categories. Formation, there are 9. I form. Age close, curls. Dagger.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
Formation, concept, there are screen pass, play action, keep pass. Divide, there are 10 categories. You have 3
From the
options.
28, it's 2nd and 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now brings up 3rd down. Look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
From the gun, here's Fields. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, run. Inside, zone split, AHD/FK and yard.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
WK is selected. Zone split double, AHD/FK and yard.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass. divide. There are 10 categories.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chris Olave with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Selected.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Second down, Cousins going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Entering play call.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I know this made me jump in the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Cousins now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Inside the 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Nolan Smith, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon. And the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense,
Entering play
blanketed
call,
the field with
coach
extra defensive backs and
there are
speed,
7 categories.
unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
AHD/FK and yard.
Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The Bears at 10-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best safeties, one word constantly comes up. That's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Here we go, son.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense? Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Concept, their option, run. Inside, zone split, AHB/FK and yard.
Here we go.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Concept, there are screen pass, play action, keep pass. Divide, there are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. See divide is selected.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
AHD/FK and yard.
Here's a 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Entering play call.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Play action pass. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Entering play
Brings
call.
up how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays and give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
Plays. We have 7 options. Gun is selected.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Personnel, there are 9. Play type, there are. Concept, there are 9. Formation, there are. Player, there are. Chrysalog. Chrysalog, you have spacing.
To throw is Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Again, it's Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Play call, coach suggestions.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Play action now. Cousins. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an
Entering
open
play
look
call,
beyond the first down marker to his
there are
receiver,
7
but they just couldn't
categories.
connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins again. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
Chris Love, you have 49 options.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
selected.
at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, Ken.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on
Entering
1st down for
play
the
call,
offense, picking
Chris
up
Love,
5,
you
which
have
means
49
defensively,
options.
the thought process is entirely
selected.
different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Tonight.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Entering play call, Chris Love, you have 49 options. Expos cross selected.
On 1st down, Fields. The pass caught by Olave. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Fields on 1st down. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Ballers count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
There are 9 categories: formation, concept, medium, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. See divide is selected.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Madison running left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down and a yard. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
There are 7 categories.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
This 2nd and 4. To throw, Cousins. And that's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half.
Entering play call.
Certainly seems like getting in the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Medium pass. Smash there. Putty corner. Bench.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
They snap the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further. They can thank their coverage for that. They called the zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off, keep, left selected.
he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. He'll find Osborne here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And with that last throw, we send out a congratulations to Kirk Cousins. He just went over 40,000 passing yards for his career. Just an incredible number. And the way he's still throwing it, you'd have to figure, heck, 50,000 not out of reach. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll throw again. Cousins. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Cousins on first down. This goes out wide from Madison. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Still going. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Treston Ebner, 85 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Special teams, you have 6 options.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DeMarcus Walker. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
There are 7 categories.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Ben Neiman. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
There are 11 categories.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 7. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Kick, punt, FD, pass, punt.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball.
Entering play
but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And here's Ryan Wright now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Jones on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Run. Screen pass. Play action keep pass. Divide. There. Switch. Portland. Bills. 4 verticals.
Don't jump. Ready?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Brock Purdy, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Defend medium pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Selected.
set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Good. All right.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Ball start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Zone split up. AHB/FK and Dard.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Jets weak.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
Entering play call. Option is set. Option is set. Reverse. Jets weak. Inside zone.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Suggestions. There are 9
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
There are 7 categories.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
There are 7 categories.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 24 yards to gain there, another 1st down as well. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now a give to Madison. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Throwing is Cousins. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is down to 20. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
Return left leg is selected.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he won't quite make it to the 25. DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Zones AHD/FK and R.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Right.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets past one man. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Entering play call, zone split WK. Power. AHD, power O. 26 duo.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Foreman takes it, headed right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired
Concept, screen pass, play action, deep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Selected.
Back to throw. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
Entering play
They'll wind up getting
divide.
7
there
on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 202 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, nice move. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
Categories. You have 35 options.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Treston Ebner, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up.
Let's call our favorite running play
Coach
over our best
there are 9
blockers,
categories.
and let's get this one in.
15 options.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
7 categories.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Pass complete to Addison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Brian Burns coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
There are 7 categories.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Play fake. Cousins. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Let's go, baby.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. complete. Jefferson the target. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Entering play
If
call.
this were baseball,
Coach
we'd call this small ball.
There are
Instead of
7
pushing it
categories.
downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down. But the
Unplanned
defense rallies to the football
formation.
and stops
There are
him short,
46.
bringing up a 4th
Nickel.
down.
Big nickel. Dime. Dollar.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down.
Entering play
No problem
call.
there. They get the first by 20 on 4th and
3G
inches. And
selected.
Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
We have 6 options. Man 3G is selected.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. In motion right is Osborne. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Entering play call, 3G. You have 6 options. Man 3G is selected.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit
Entering
third
play
quarter,
call,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Play call, concept,
yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet. And you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows.
Inside
and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
35 options.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the
Entering
middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
WK.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Screen pass, play action, teeth pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, quick pass. Ohio, there are 6 categories. You have 5 options. Ohio's pacing is selected.
Here's 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Power. AHP power O. Counter. Power. AHP power O.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Concept, screen pass, play action, keep pass, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
You have 3 options.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now Osborne to return it. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Entering play call, over. There are 4 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 1 hole is selected.
Second down and 3. Cousins now. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Cousins. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well,
those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Cousins on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Here we go. Sit high.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11 categories. You have 35 options. HD zone, zone split WK, HD/FK and ARD.
Here we go.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So
Entering
reverse
play
the
call
celebration.
inside
We'll see
zone.
if they
There
have
are
something
zones
else in their
click
bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to
AHP/FK&R.
watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
On third down, they're going to run for it here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action.
Entering
But other
play
times you
call,
say, okay,
coach
they got him on that
suggestions. There
one.
are
We'll come
keep
back to him in
attack.
another
On
carry.
plan, there are nine player, there are nine formation, there are concept, screen, play action, keep pass, medium pass, keep pass. Divide, there are 10 categories.
The
You have
offense
three
staying
options.
out there.
See
They look
divide is
prepared to go
selected.
here on 4th and 10.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins to throw it. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
There are 7 categories.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Plays, you have 7 options. Coach suggests T-drive. Recent, there are 9 categories. Coach suggests gun plan. There are player. There are gun plan. There are 9. Run inside. AHP inside zone. Zone weak.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Treston Ebner. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
I think your initial reaction is surprised when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff Keith left is selected.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight
play
loss.
Call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
With
this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll run with Madison. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be
Entering
second down.
play call,
They went right
coach
back to him, but he pretty much
there
had
are
nowhere to
7
go on that play.
categories.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Here's Madison. Yeah, he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Cousins. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 6 yards away. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24.
Entering play call.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go, son.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
There are 9 formation, screen, play action, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Divide is selected.
Fields now to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Divide. There are 10 categories.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Fields. That is caught, and he is going to have the Bears first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And power. Counter. Concept. Screen. Play action. Keep pass. Medium pass. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Now the point after try for Santos.
Categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
6 options. Kickoff keep left
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Categories.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Cousins. He'll get this underneath to Madison. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bears, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.